Greetings, prisoners. This is Sean Cross hosting the Sean Cross Experience on YouTube, in which we are planning to do reaction videos like this every day. Sooner or later, there will be graphic art commission time lapses. There's a podcast starting very soon, actually this Sunday. If things get set in stone, like we're so close to getting things set in stone. So keep an eye out for that for sure. We'll be posting original music content soon between two different band projects, and we will be doing music covers. There will be other media spectrums sooner or later, but that's just to start things off. So today it's going to be Bound in Fear. It's Cardinal Sin off of their Eternal EP, which has been out for a little bit, but I've been sleeping on it. I haven't been able to get to it because there's so much other music that I was meaning to react to. But we are finally here, and let's go ahead and get started with one of the UK's biggest names in beatdown, Bound in Fear. Let's do it. All right, let's do this. Unique leader, just signed on Warm Shepherd among other bands. Hope to be one of them one day once I actually make music with my band. But this is Bound in Fear. Cardinal Sin. Ooh. Yep. That is a pretty good place to pause for a second. Just really trying to calibrate all of the mic stuff too. Because apparently, even though I've known this for a long time, I spaced off that, just like mic stuff. But right off the bat, Bound in Fear is bringing it back. Obviously, this has been out for a little bit, so I'm really late to the party with Bound in Fear. Sorry, guys. But this is starting off really well. And the thing is, I've always enjoyed how they did their logo, despite them being a beatdown band. Like, let's see, Bound in Fear. There's Strangled, Body Snatcher, Spite. I would argue Variables, but I know they're not really a part. I don't think they would classify themselves as beatdown, so I'm not gonna throw that label onto them. But they're kind of like the same vibe. Like I can see them opening up for, or being the co-headliner along a Bound in Fear tour, or a like any other bands we just mentioned. But I've always enjoyed the aesthetic that their logo is definitely meant more for like a deathcore band, like Awaken Providence perhaps, or To the Grave. But no, they're a beatdown band, and they definitely beat it into you that they are who they are. But let's go ahead and continue Cardinal Sin. Ooh, I like how they animated the album cover. That's cool. That's really neat. That was solid. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good place to stop. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I have to say, like, Ben Mason is a really, really solid vocalist, but kind of where I have to draw the line as a vocalist myself and as a guttural vocalist, I mainly center on lower guttural spectrums. I I'm just not really into like how difficult and it can be even for iconic vocalists to articulate and pronounce the lower they go. Like, let's see. Maybe this is the deepest I can go. And like, then you really just get into that. And it gets difficult to articulate for sure. And like, one thing for sure with Blind Without Our Failures, which is going to be that's like my band, my musical mind child. And don't take my name. That wouldn't be cool. I don't have it copyrighted or anything like that, but please let me just have my name. That's definitely something I'm wanting to make sure is aware of, is, the articulation, how I pronounce my lyrics, how I pronounce the things, the messages I'm meaning to convey to my audience with those deeper gutturals that Ben Mason and C.G. McCreery, for example, can do. There are plenty of other vocalists, like the vocalist for Distant Tomb, or again, basically any heavier beatdown and or slam band, like kind of the ones I mentioned or alluded to in the Worm Shepherd video. It definitely gets harder the lower you go. Alex Terrible is a good example of being able to go even lower than most vocalists and still being able to pronounce. The only thing is, he's Russian. So that's like quite literally the only reason that you might not be able to hear him pronounce English is because, one, in Demolisher and other Slaughter to Prevail tracks, he's speaking Russian. He's doing it in Russian, which I would prefer. It's like plug into the culture, learn what he's saying, and be like, yeah, this is pretty cool. It's like death metal, but in Russian. And like, yeah, like the deeper you go, the harder it is to articulate. But Alex Terrible does it completely fine. And he makes sure to capitalize on, or emphasize, not capitalize. He makes sure to emphasize on articulation and pronunciation. That way, the only English messages he is conveying, they are heard. But not trying to shit on you, Ben Mason. Very iconic vocalist. Bound in Fear is a very iconic band. The Hand of Violence is a really, really good album. But like, I think that's the only thing I would suggest is like work on articulation. And again, I'm an amateur, but like hands down, I have like about 7 years of experience. Not that I've been on any records or albums, but like just offering my opinion, my perspective on the matter. But solid track, hands down. And here we go. Like, yeah. Oh, is that it? It basically is, yeah. Okay. So with that, yeah, I'll let it finish. Oh, is oh yeah, the one we did yesterday. Go figure. 1 second, guys. So that was Cardinal Sin by Bound in Fear off of what was going to be the Eternal EP. Now, like, it didn't ever release. Like, it's in physicals all across the valley right now. Even the Zia Records next to the shop that I'm going to be doing my first podcast episode this weekend at. Like, they have this record, Eternal, on CD, physical, in that store. And so I have yet to listen to the rest of it to really concrete my opinion on articulation and stuff like that. And by no means am I a vocal coach or of like, I just happen to know how to do certain things. So very much take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but it's only my preference. And it's definitely something that I'm shooting to do, is just making sure that with anything that I produce with Blind, that I articulate and I pronounce every single syllable that I am able to, whilst also going really low, because I love my lows, I love my gutturals, and I am only barely getting into learning fries and the higher stuff right now, or just like higher screaming, whatever you want to call it. But this was Sean Cross hosting the Sean Cross Experience, in which there are going to be 2 more reactions today. There's going to be a new Beartooth song that I'm checking out, and possibly, let's see what we got. Where's my list? Awkward. I'm going to be checking out Volvidonia, or Volvidonia and Acrania, their EP that they released this January, I think. It's been a little bit for sure, but I was told that that was pretty good, so I definitely want to check that out. And if y'all want me to, I'll definitely do a live stream this next Friday covering that EP. But yeah, there will be plenty more reactions, to say the least. There is a podcast on the way, Project Anatomy. It's going to be starting this Sunday, depending on like if we can get the date solidified. If it's not this Sunday, it's definitely going to be next Sunday. I'll keep you guys updated on my socials as far as that's all concerned. But we will also be doing graphic art commission time lapses. As I said before, once I get the resources for it, we will be doing original content, in which the band I mentioned about 3 times, or the band project, emphasis on the project part, because we got a lineup, but we're still working on a lot of stuff, and mainly it's been me the whole time. We got Blind, and I'm also auditioning low-key for a band called Lost to Light here in Mesa as a rhythm guitarist. So most likely y'all will be seeing me doing some guitar covers, but I'll cover that in another video instead of making this a whole other tangent that extends the outro. And yeah, that's about it. So we will see you guys later tonight. And other than that, have a good day.